my first live in a long while. It's been a while, but yeah, I just felt a piece about just sharing a quick word that I received from the Lord a couple of days ago, and it's like a foundational revelation that just to set the tone for this year specifically, and I just wanted to share it to encourage you guys and to hopefully, yeah, for you guys to grab a hold of this truth of the Lord. But yeah, so I was in prayer and the Lord was showing me just a little bit of like the cartoon Winnie the Pooh and him always seeking after honey and the pots of honey. And he highlighted the word honeypot. And I meditated on that and asked the Lord what that was about. And he said that this year is the year of the honeypot of my presence. That this year is a year where there's a special grace upon this year for people to access the honeypot of my presence, to be able to seek it out. But it needs to be sought out in faith. It needs to be sought out with consistency and frequency of persistence in his presence in the secret place. And that's where it's found, the honeypot of his presence. I've also felt the Lord say Proverbs 24:13 was relevant to this, about my son, eat honey, the sweetness of honey, the sweetness of honeycomb. And it was referring to the wisdom that comes from the Lord. And I just believe that wisdom, which comes from fearing the Lord, the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. So through that, I believe that there's this grace to access the honeycomb of his presence, of his love, of just a deeper understanding of who Jesus is. And I wanted to encourage you guys to continue to persist this year and be vigilant in pursuing his presence and his likeness, to be molded and shaped like him. Amen. But I also got reminded of the story. I think it's in 1 Samuel 14, where Jonathan, Saul's son, and a couple of soldiers, they were sworn to an oath that Saul made them swear to, which was abstaining from eating in the time of the battle with the Philistines, and they were feeling weak, and obviously, as anyone would when they're not eating their nutrients and everything. And then they came across in this forest just honey everywhere, and Jonathan actually encouraged the soldiers to actually look for and grab a hold of the honey, regardless of what Saul was telling them to swear the oath by. And I believe that there's people that have fears and doubts, and they're going through a state of just frustration and inability to connect with God. But I want to encourage you that the soul in your life, the one that's trying to discourage you from pursuing the honeypot of God, has no power in this season. You have the ability and the authority to cast down all imaginations and anything that puts itself above God. And you have the ability to step into his rest and to pursue the honeypot of the Lord. So I just wanted to encourage everyone with that this morning as I took a walk in this wonderful little forest. And yeah, bless you all. And may you all enjoy the honeypot of the Lord this year. Amen.